Your next speaker is Daniel Cook. He'll be followed by Alan Carpenter.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Daniel Cook, Vice Chairman of the Collier County Republican Party. For the record, I'd like to take my 3 minutes to speak generally about some of our founding documents, actually. I often ask myself the question, what is the purpose of government? So I like to look at one of our founding documents, the Declaration of Independence, to answer that question. It says there that we hold these truths to be self-evident. Today we would call that obvious. That all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and that among these rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. So I think that answers the question, what the purpose of government is. It's to secure our rights. That's why laws are made. That's why we have the court system. That's why we have due process. And then think about the Constitution for the United States of America. What is the purpose of that document? In my opinion, the purpose of the Constitution is not to give any rights to the people. It's not to provide goods or services to the people. But the purpose of the Constitution is to restrain the government. And I look at the Supremacy Clause in Article 6, which says, "This Constitution and the laws of the United States, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made, or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land." Now, a lot of people refer to that section as the Supremacy Clause, but I'd like to introduce a new clause. I call it the Pursuance Clause. I find these 3 words to be the most powerful of all of the words in the Constitution. In pursuance thereof. So what is the law of the land? It's not necessarily any law that goes through Washington, D.C., or any law that goes through Tallahassee or at the county level. It's only the laws that are made in pursuance of the Constitution and our documents. I also like to bring attention to the Bill of Rights and our state constitutions, particularly the 9th Amendment of the Bill of Rights. And I bring that up because it is very similar to the very first line in the Florida Constitution. So let me read both of these for comparison's sake. So the 9th Amendment says, "The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people." Article 1, Section 1 of the Florida Constitution says all political power is inherent in the people. The enunciation herein of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or impair others retained by the people. So the right to clean water might not be specifically written into the Constitution or written into our Florida Constitution, but in my opinion, the 9th Amendment, as well as Article 1, Section 1 of the Florida Constitution, does protect that right. Thank you.
Mr. Cook. Your next speaker is Alan Carpenter.